There was a time when BTS stood on the edge of a cliff. Not a physical one, but an emotional one. They had the world at their feet, yet inside they were breaking. Fame brought them to the top, but it also nearly took everything away. And in those moments, it wasn't money, it wasn't awards, it wasn't even the industry that saved them. It was you. It was ARMY. In their early days, 2013-2014, BTS faced constant criticism. They were called nobodies, flops, just another K-pop group. Financial struggles, barely enough budget for proper sets, members sharing one dorm room. RM said in interviews he feared the group wouldn't survive beyond a few years. Suga quietly battled depression, J-Hope worried about their future, and Jin took on the role of smiling even when he was exhausted. They were working harder than ever, but the world wasn't ready to listen yet. Behind closed doors, they were breaking in ways no one could see. Fast forward to 2017-2018, Love Yourself era. Suddenly, global fame, sold-out arenas, Billboard charts, international interviews. But with fame came pressure, perfection at all costs, no room for mistakes. Online hate amplified. False rumors, personal attacks. Members stopped opening up publicly about struggles because they didn't want to disappoint ARMY. V. Tae-hyung admitted, "Sometimes we smile on stage while our hearts are in pain." They were living their dream, but also living a nightmare of constant eyes watching, judging, and expecting more. In 2018, after back-to-back tours and promotions, BTS considered taking an indefinite break. They feared burnout might end their passion entirely. RM later revealed he had nights where he would stare at the ceiling for hours, unable to sleep, wondering, is this worth it? Jimin talked about the pressure to always be perfect for ARMY and how exhausting it was. They weren't just tired, they were losing themselves. ARMY noticed. Even without BTS saying much, fans flooded social media with encouraging messages, fan projects, and mental health awareness campaigns. Global streaming events reminded BTS their music mattered. During the Love Yourself UNICEF campaign, ARMY donated millions in their name, proving their message wasn't in vain. Fan letters, art, and videos reached the members backstage, giving them strength to keep going. It wasn't about buying albums or breaking records. ARMY was sending something much deeper. They were saying, you are worth more than your achievements. We love you for who you are. The 2022 announcement, BTS was going on hiatus for military service and solo work. Fans feared this was the end, but instead of turning away, ARMY stayed. Every solo project, Layover, Golden, D-Day, Happy, Indigo, Jack in the Box, and Face, was supported like a full group comeback. RM's military livestream. He shared his struggles, his loneliness, and ARMY flooded the chat with messages of love and encouragement. Even in his uniform, behind the walls of duty, he could feel ARMY's presence, like a hand holding his, telling him, we'll be right here when you return. You didn't just save BTS from career struggles, you saved them from losing themselves, from believing the hate, from drowning in the pressure to be perfect, from thinking that their worth was only in their work. At first, people thought ARMY was just a fan base, just a group of people supporting their favorite artists. But the truth is, you were never just fans. You were lifelines. You were the reason BTS found the strength to keep going when everything around them told them to stop. BTS once said, without ARMY, there is no BTS. Those weren't just words, that was the truth. Because without you, they may have been consumed by the pressure, the hate, the exhaustion. Without you, maybe their smiles would have faded, maybe their voices would have gone silent. But you reminded them that they are not alone, that 7 boys from Korea could change the world, not because of fame, but because of love. And in turn, they reminded you that no matter how broken you feel, you are worthy of being loved too. So what did ARMY save BTS from? You saved them from losing hope, from drowning in the weight of perfection, from believing the lies that they weren't enough. And maybe, just maybe, BTS saved you too. Saved you from loneliness, from despair, from giving up on your own dreams. That's the magic of this bond. It's not just ARMY who saved BTS, and it's not just BTS who saved ARMY. You saved each other. You became each other's reason to live, to fight, to dream. And maybe one day, the stages will grow quiet, the spotlight will fade. But this love, this story, it will never end, because ARMY didn't just save BTS from giving up. BTS and ARMY saved each other from losing themselves. And that is why no matter what happens in the future, BTS and ARMY will remain eternal. Because this isn't just a story about music. It's a story about love, about healing, and about saving each other when the world turned its back. And that story will never end. BTS and ARMY, forever as one.